Hey, welcome. I hope you guys are doing good. Thank you so much for joining me. Today's reading is: what do people find attractive about you? What do people like about you? All right. So we have three groups for you to choose from: group one, group two, and group three. Please feel free to pause the video if you do need some extra time to choose your group, but I will see you guys in your readings. Hey, welcome. If you've chosen the first group, then this reading could be for you. What do people tend to find attractive about you? Okay, so to start off, we have the Page of Cups in reverse, Queen of Pentacles upright, Five of Wands in reverse. Okay, so people tend to find your maturity attractive. They like it that you aren't super emotional in their perspective or on the surface. They find it attractive that you come across as quite tough and don't wear your feelings on the surface. They like it that you keep people guessing. They can't really figure you out. People are quite drawn to you because you're quirky in their eyes. You could be seen as unconventional, like offbeat, kind of, imaginative, creative, and people like that about you. You also come across very charming, which people are into. You seem to be someone who has no filter or little filter, and they like your honesty. They find it attractive that there's a lot more going on with you beneath the surface, beneath what they perceive as a guarded exterior. But people are drawn to your intuition. People are drawn to you spiritually. You could be quite magnetic. Like some people may not be able to explicitly, explain why they feel drawn to you. It could just be, you know, um, like this connection that they feel to you. For some of you, they could perceive it as like a spiritual connection, like kindred spirits type of thing, or something else. But yeah, people like the way you express yourself. And for a lot of you, people also like the way you express yourself without talking. So this could be creatively for some of you. This could be the way you dress, could be body language, it could be facial expressions, um, or something you're more aware of. What people really appreciate that you seem to be a complex person. People like that you don't seem vulnerable at all, that you come across very strong and determined. And people also like that you seem like you're someone that doesn't suffer fools, like you don't really have time for it. People are into the contradictions in you. For example, for some of you, they like it that you can be both soft, soft spoken, but at the same time honest and quite tough. And a lot of you obviously know yourselves better than I do. So any way that you feel that there are contradictions within you, this could be something that people find attractive about you, which could be very different for each of you, what those contradictions might be. But yeah, people like that you can be passionate and unpredictable. People find you to be like a puzzle, that they want to solve, like they want to figure it out, they want to understand it better, they want to put the pieces together, and that's how people tend to see you, and they find that complexity exciting, they find it attractive. But yeah, people also like that you are grounded, down to earth, and stable in your life and within yourself. They like that you know yourself. Like, even if they can't understand you, they like it that you know yourself, and that you have a strong sense of self worth. People find your loyalty and your dependability also attractive. They're drawn to you because, in their eyes, you aren't too flashy, but you do come across as, sensual, and it feels like people are really attracted to the subtlety of your appearance. People appreciate that you're emotionally mature and wise, and some people like it that you come across as protective and generous, and people like that you seem to have your work and your home life in balance. They like that you're practical over being emotional, and that you seem to be solution oriented. People find your grace and your independence attractive, and a lot of you could be quite natural in your appearance. Another thing people like a lot. And for some of you, people are endeared by you possibly being a martyr. And this could be in terms of what you have or what you are willing to sacrifice. And this is not a martyr in terms of like victimhood, if that makes sense, but more so in terms of like sacrifice and, being protective. But yeah, people like that you're not confrontational, um, that you're emotionally intelligent, which I think I've said already, but especially in situations that could be quite tense, you bring calm to some, chaotic situations and environments. And people really like your ability to do that. They like that you don't cause drama, or you don't get drawn into it, that you avoid unnecessary conflict. And yeah, people are drawn to your patience and your tolerance. And people feel that you're someone that doesn't really do ego battles, which is something that they like about you. And yeah, they like that you have an inner strength that doesn't need to be loud or isn't competitive, you know? Okay, so moving on, we have color, express your true feelings. We have doctor, heal yourself. We have control issues. And below control issues, it says utilize your God given strength and power instead of fearing that others might try to control you. And we also have healthy communication in relationships. And I will do these cards after. So, with express your true feelings and with healthy communication, it feels like people really love the way you communicate. People could find it attractive that you communicate in a healthy way. But not only that, it's like you're assertive, you're clear, um, People could really enjoy having discussions with you, and um, I don't know if it's necessarily called conflict, but disagreements. You know, people could enjoy having disagreements with you, maybe because of the way you're able to handle those situations, or people observing those disagreements could really like the way you handle those situation those situations, and express your true feelings. Like people could also really enjoy your honesty. And with Dr. Heal Yourself, people could find it attractive the way you've healed yourself. I mean, that could be very different for each of you. And with control issues here, people could really like the way you take control over your own situation, maybe situations external to you as well. But they like the way you utilize your strength and your power, you know? Okay, so moving on, we have thoughtful, fearless, unpredictable, and rebellious. And I will do these ones after. So people also like it that you can be unpredictable. And for some of you, it's not that people find you like completely unpredictable in a sense. What you know, it feels like some people find you complicated, like they can't really figure you out, and they like that complex energy that you have. People like it that you're thoughtful, or when you're thoughtful. People find it attractive when you're fearless. Like people may not perceive you as like, you know, fearless 24/7, but the moments where you are, like people have a lot of respect and love for it. And with rebellious, like people like that you don't conform in certain ways. Now, for these next cards, not all of them are going to resonate for everyone, but please take what makes sense and what resonates. Okay, so we have South America, we have button nose, we have wrinkles, locks, rough hands, and smooth skin. All right, so some people could find it attractive if any of you have locks, they love your hair. If any of you have rough hands, like even if your hands are like dainty and cute, but if they're not like super, I don't know how to put it, but if you have rough hands, like maybe you'll know if I'm talking to you. But if you do, like that's something that people find quite attractive about you. People love your skin with smooth skin. If any of you have button nose, people could find that extremely attractive. And if any of you have wrinkles as well, like people could find those attractive, especially like those laugh lines, those, you know, crow's feet, and any other wrinkles that you might have. Like people do find it really attractive. And you know, like some people like their super expression, they have like a lot of expression in their eyebrows. For some reason, that's coming up as well. Like people could like the wrinkles that come with those expressions that you make. But yeah, that is all. Oh no, and South America, people could really like your culture for some of you, especially those of you who could be from South America. All right. But that is all I have for those of you who chose this group. I really do hope it can be helpful and make sense, and wishing you the best. Thank you for joining me, and hopefully, I see you guys again soon. Okay. Please take care. Bye. Hey, welcome. If you've chosen the second group, then this reading could be for you. Um, what do people find attractive about you? And to start off, we have the Four of Cups in reverse, the Lovers upright, and the Three of Cups also in reverse. Okay, so people find it attractive that you're not a people pleaser. But for some of you, if you are a people pleaser, people really like it when you don't do that and when you kind of stand up for yourself and set boundaries. Like people really like to see that. People appreciate your willingness to try new things and embrace new experiences. They also feel that you're open to taking calculated risks, which they like to see. People like that you can be introspective and reflective, and for some of you, like for a lot of you actually, people like it that you can break other people out of stagnation. Like maybe for a lot of the people who've met you, maybe you've broken them out of stagnation, and it feels like they really appreciate whatever quality you have that helped them do that and helps others do that. But it feels like people are seeing like changes in you, and a lot of people like that you seem to have this newfound sense of purpose and direction. And people also think that you're just someone that's easy to love, that you have a lot of positive traits. Like maybe a lot of people, like they can't really find anything negative to say about you. Like they don't have, like people don't really have bad words to say about you. But people also like that even though you have a lot of these positive traits, that you're not naive, you know? They find it attractive that you take your time before making the decision. And it feels like there's a certain group of people who've watched you move out of an apathetic state and that they really appreciate the transition, and that you're not afraid to change course when you need to, and your willingness to grow. And a lot of people like it that your beauty and your character can be overlooked. So it's like you've become this rare treasure, and someone and something that's, unconventional and interesting. And they like it that you don't necessarily fit in, or for some of you that you don't try to fit in. And people really appreciate it that you're open to other people's perspective. People are also attracted to your emotional resilience and the depth you've gained from having to be resilient and maybe facing emotional lows. And if any of you are into physical touch, like people really like that, whether that's hugs or like just, gently holding someone on their arm, um, or like if you touch someone when you're greeting them, whether that's on their shoulder or their hand. But people like it that you're really into physical touch. Um, this could be referring to intimacy though for some of you guys. But yeah, people often love the connection that you have with someone in your life, whether this is a partner, a child, a friend, cousin, sibling. But they see a certain connection in your life as extremely special, as rare, and they find it beautiful to see, and to experience. But people like it that you seem romantic, even if you aren't necessarily romantic. People could perceive you that way. People could assume that you are. but they like whatever traits they see in you that they deem to be romantic. And this could be generosity, this could be in terms of passion with the Ace of Wands coming out, it could be, again, in terms of like physical touch and intimacy. Generosity, I don't know if I probably said that already, but yeah. But there are certain traits that you have that make you seem very romantic. But yeah, people find it attractive that you are authentic and at times vulnerable, that you're emotionally intelligent, and for a lot of you, just intelligent in general, including emotionally. People appreciate that you're looking for and that you often develop connections that are soulful and meaningful. They also find it attractive how you switch between your masculine and feminine energies, maybe depending on the situation, the environment, the crowd. And they like the way you're able to connect with people and transform, and also transform relationships. Like for some of you, people feel that you have an impact on other people's relationships, but whatever impact this is, like people find it attractive. Let's see. This could be a good or a bad impact. I don't know, right? But in whatever way, maybe you work with couples for some of you guys, or you're just around a lot of couples, and maybe you have an impact on their relationships. But whatever impact you might have, people do find that endearing. But yeah, people tend to love your intuitive understanding of other people, but they also like it feels like a lot of people could be drawn to your energy, or maybe like you like to form deep connections, and just some of the connections you have in your life, like people perceive it as very beautiful, but at the same time, people love the fact that you are choosy, you know, about who you socialize with and who you connect with in a deep way. Um, like people like it that you prefer quality relationships over the quantity of relationships that you have, and that you're discerning, even though you seem quite open, um, but you still have this mysterious aura as well. So, for some of you, they also find it attractive that you can thrive in solitude. They like it that you have strong boundaries in relationships, that you can be a bit surface level in some of your interactions, but only because they feel that this is you not allowing just anyone in to your energy. Like maybe there's a part of you that you reserve for like surface level relationships, whereas there's other relationships where you do, connect on a deeper level. But people like that distinction, and the way you kind of change the way you socialize depending on who you're with. Um, but having said that, like people do like that you prefer to be authentic, even if that's showing different sides of yourself to different people. And even they also appreciate it when you're authentic, especially if it makes you less popular. And they like it that you're protective of your energy, and they also love that you are observant and insightful. Okay, so we have loyal, No, it doesn't even say loyal. It says dog, be your own best friend. But maybe that's the message that comes with it. We'll see. And we also have dance, move to the rhythm of your soul. We have purification and detoxification. It's time to release physical and energetic toxins from your life. And we also have be gentle with yourself. And I'll read these other cards after. So people find it attractive that you are loyal, and again, like this could be um, with a specific person, a specific group of people, or like your special and close relationships. Like they perceive you as very loyal and dependable in those relationships, and they really love that character trait that you have. And with purification and detoxification, people find it attractive that you are healthy in some way. Like this could be in terms of your diet, it could be mentally healthy, it could be emotionally, physically, but in some way you are extremely healthy and people see that, and that is something that people really like about you. And with be gentle with yourself, this doesn't really feel like it's directed towards you. Like not that people, don't like that you're gentle with yourself, for some of you if you are. Um, but you could be quite gentle with other people, and people really appreciate that quality, whether this is with other people in general or again like specific relationships that you have. And people with dance move to the rhythm of your soul. People also find it attractive that you do move to the rhythm of your soul for the most part in their perspective. And we also have intense, we have inhibited, resentful, and strict. And I will read these ones after. So people could find it attractive that you don't come across as resentful. And with strict, like some of you could be strict, but it doesn't really feel like a domineering, like a harsh kind of overbearing strict. But some of you could have this strictness to you, but it's like a soft and gentle. And again, like this could come back to that message we had before. Like people could really like that you can be strict, but you're also like soft about it. And with intense, people could find it attractive that you're not super intense, and they also like it that you aren't, inhibited from their perspective. Now, with these next cards, maybe all of them won't resonate, but for the ones that do, those could be for you specifically, okay? So we have a tall woman, we have oval face, we have Caribbean, we have long face, thin hair, and we have East Africa. So if any of you are Caribbean, people can find it attractive, your culture. Wherever from the Caribbean you are, people can find that really attractive about you. With East Africa, for some of you, if you are East African, and not to say all East Africans obviously have certain, features and characteristics, but for those of you, if there are like common characteristics of someone that could be from East Africa, even if they're varied and different. Like people find those characteristics of from you very attractive. If any of you are tall, people find that attractive about you. If you have an oval face or a long face, people can find that attractive, like the structure of your face. If any of you have like thin hair, people can find that attractive on you as well. Also soft hair. Okay. But that is all I have for those of you who chose this group. I really do hope it can be helpful and make sense. I'm wishing you the best. Thank you for joining me. And I hope to see you guys again soon. Okay, please take care. Bye. Hey, welcome. If you've chosen the third group, then this reading might be for you. What do people tend to find attractive, endearing about you guys? All right. So, as ever, I'll start off with the tarot cards first. And we have the Star in reverse, Eight of Cups also in reverse, and the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. All right. So this energy seems very interesting. So people can find it attractive that you have a mysterious aura. People sense that you don't really want them too close. They find it attractive your emotional intelligence, that you are realistic and not overly idealistic. They enjoy your quiet strength. They like that you keep your honesty buried at times, that you're not always authentic, and that you do have like hidden depths to you. Like there's certain things that only you would know, like people want to know what's on your mind. And they do feel that you have a more reserved side, but people could actually find this quite endearing about you. Um, this is random, but for some of you, they like it that you don't try to inspire other people or try to be a savior, a hero, um, and that you like they could assume or know that you feel people should be allowed to make their own mistakes and learn from it, grow from it, hopefully. And they like that perspective that you have when it comes to this. They also find it attractive that you are honest when it comes to your fears and or your flaws. And for some of you, this may not be honest. That could be the wrong word, but overall, they like that you own it. Own whatever these fears or flaws could be. And they appreciate that you don't try to appear in a way that you're not. They could also like that you show empathy in the strangest situations. And, this could be strange in their perspective, but they don't necessarily like perceive you as empathetic in general. But when it comes to certain things, like you do show a lot of empathy. And in those situations, they could find the situations where you do show empathy like quite weird or like random in their perspective. But yeah, they find your creative expression interesting. People like that you seem kind of dark and haunted almost. They're drawn to the wisdom you've gained through lived experience. They like that you attract people that want depth. For some reason, like they like that you might resist help and don't ask for help, even if you need it. They could see that as a sign of strength, which is something that they like. So for some of you, they could think that you romanticize suffering or that you see the beauty in it. Um, or people can tend to romanticize your suffering or your struggles. But either way, like people feel drawn to this energy that comes from you. They could also like that you might feel disconnected from joy or purpose right now. Like for some of you, maybe people can sense some apathy from you, and like however that presents itself, whether that presents itself through the way you speak, through the way you carry yourself, your expressions, your demeanor. It feels like for some reason people feel connected to that. They feel drawn to it. And for some of you, they could like that you might seem kind of lost at the moment. They like that you don't waver even when things get hard, and that you don't give up, that you have the courage to stay and maybe work things out in certain situations. They do like it that you can be intense. And for some of you, this could be in some of your relationships. But they like it that you can handle complex emotions, that complex emotions and people and situations, they don't scare you, that they don't make you uncomfortable. Like they could feel that you attract people that appear to be broken or people that are, unconventional. Um, but they like that you are able to attract these people and that, these people don't make you waver in who you are. So yeah, they like that you're resilient. They're drawn to you because you're an independent thinker. You're not afraid to question things. You don't follow the crowd in their perspective. And people could like that you are materially well off, or that you appear to be blessed in this area, or maybe you care about appearance, take care of your appearance, take care of yourself. But they like it that you've also been a rebel at certain points in your life. They don't necessarily perceive you as a rebel now, but they do still think you go against the grain in certain situations. But yeah, people tend to like it that you have a lot of depth, but they also feel that you're not obnoxious about it. They like that you've created your own path, your own way of doing things, your own way of being, and people are drawn to the fact or assumption that you have a lot of pride, and that's another thing people can like about you. Okay, so moving on, we have lottery, bet on yourself. We also have money. We have make time for self-care, and we also have answered prayers. So people find it very attractive how you use your money, what you do with your money. This could be different for everyone, whether this is investing in your appearance, investing in other things financially, or whatever you do with your money. Okay, and that was clarified by the Queen of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles. So whatever it is that you do financially, and however you spend your money, like people could find that very attractive. And with lottery, bet on yourself, people can find it attractive that you take risks on yourself, or that you have been known to take some risks. People find it attractive that you take care of yourself. And with answered prayers, people find it attractive the doors that you've been able to open for yourself. So moving on, we have cheeky, we have conservative, we have tough, and we have non-committal. So people can find it attractive that you come across as quite conservative, and people could also like that you are selective about who or what you commit to. People could find it endearing when you're quite cheeky, and people could like it that you're quite tough as well. Now, for these next cards, they may not all resonate, but whatever ones do, those could be the ones that are for you. All right. So we have turned up nose, we have straight hair, we have crooked smile, we have blue eyes, beautiful smile, and crooked nose. So for a lot of you here, like people can find it attractive when you have like this half smile or like smirk or crooked smile going on. If any of you have blue eyes, people can find that extremely attractive on you. If any of you have a crooked nose, people can find that attractive. A lot regard like people find your smile beautiful, whether this is a smirk, a crooked smile, half smile, whatever it is. Like people do find this very attractive. Your smile in general very attractive. They can find your teeth very attractive as well. Um, if any of you have like a turned up nose, people can find that attractive about you. If any of you have straight hair, or when you wear your hair straight, people can find that attractive on you as well. But that is all I have for those of you. One second. So yeah, that is all I have for those of you who chose this group. I really do hope it could be helpful or make sense. I'm wishing you the best. Thank you for joining me, and hopefully I'll see you guys again soon. Okay, please take care. Bye.